I am very, yeah, I'm the worst person to respond to people flirting to me. I just don't like it. It feels very awkward to me. I just never know how to respond, especially if I feel like, yeah, okay, fam, you're not my vibe, and the person is really pushing up on you. You don't want to make them feel too awkward, and you don't necessarily want them to feel super rejected. You still want to be able to nurse their feelings a little bit. But then sometimes people take it too far and they kind of just start acting irrational and unnecessary, and they start becoming forceful, and that's when I'm like, you know what, I just do not have the time for you and I do not have the energy for you. Like when you're walking in the streets, the last thing that you want people to be doing is hollering at you, because if I'm in the streets, I'm going somewhere. I'm not out here just trying to have random conversations with strangers in the street. Like, why would you even put someone through that? There are places to meet people. Like, come on. There are places that you go to meet people. You don't just talk randomly to strangers in the street and then expect them to be responsive to you the entire time. People have things to do. People have places to go. And for me personally, if I am in the streets, I am going somewhere. I have purpose. And the last thing that I am expecting, or the last thing that I would like, is someone like stopping me to be like, oh, you look so pretty, can I take you out for a drink, or can I take you out for whatever? I'm like, it's not really like where my mind is right now. It's not what I'm expecting. It's not what I want. And if that's what I wanted, I would have gone to a social place. It's really not that complicated to understand. And especially people even do this under the disguise of asking for directions. Like, okay, the direction is there. This is where you go, and then you turn there, and then you go there, and then you have reached your destination. And then after that, they're like, oh, by the way, what's your name? Like, I don't see how that's relevant to you needing to be wherever. When you get there, are you going to give me a referral to say that so and so, you know, gave you the directions to get there? I don't see how that's relevant information. And then sometimes if you're like just chilling in a cafe, someone like kind of like sits close to you, and then they start striking up an unnecessary conversation. It's like, I came to the cafe to be alone and I do not want to be bothered. That's why I actually like came all the way out here, because if I wanted people in my space, I would just stay at home. If I didn't want peace and quiet, I would just stay at home. There are just a lot of unnecessary things that people try when they feel like they have the access to you, because they start off with saying hello or like asking for directions, and then the next thing the conversation escalates to, so are you busy on that day? Like, yes, I'm busy, thank you very much, bye. I just can't stand, I don't know, I just can't stand it. I just feel incredibly awkward, because I feel like if I actually had any interest in you, I would show you. But because I'm creating a specific distance between us, I feel like you should respect that and be okay with it.